Your life is one choice away from changing forever. Think about that for a moment. When you choose to change your mindset for the better, when you choose to change your workout to better fit your body, to get healthier, when you choose to hang around people that are knowledgeable and are smart and have the things that you want, your life will change. You know, there's a famous author. I can't remember who it is. It might be Zig Ziglar, but he says the day that his life changed is when he made a decision. So today, I want to help you in making a decision that can help you to transform your life. As I said, it's simple. It's really about the choices that we decide to make in this world, in our day, in our time that we have available that dictates our world. Now look back to all of my videos, but I'm gonna tell you this one thing is that your thoughts are going to always create your reality. But the choices that you consciously make, the choices that you look in the mirror and tell yourself every single day that you live with, ultimately determine your life. And it's simple. It's so simple for a lot of people, but it's confusing because they don't know how affects work. They don't know how making a choice, making a decision affects their life until the after effect happens. A lot of people don't sit back and think about, oh man, I'm gonna make a choice to go drink and drive, right? A lot of times they just do it, not even really thinking about the situation. Now, I know that's harsh, but it could be so small and so simple. But if you make a decision today that can potentially affect tomorrow, why wouldn't you make the best decision to ensure that tomorrow is great? It only makes sense to me, but I get it, and not a lot of people understand that. Now I'm jumping into the video here, but as y'all know, my name is Terrence Feagin. If you like any of these videos, it's all about motivation. It's all becoming 1% better. That's all this channel is about. In strengthening you, encouraging you, and helping you to become a better person. So let's jump into this video, right? When you think about the choices in life, what comes to me is the joy of possibility, the possibility to choose and dictate the world that is around me. The possibilities are endless. Like, think about how much you can do in this day and age. It's 2024, getting ready to be 2025, and technology is at our hands. We can do and be and say and grow and build whatever we want. Like, think about it. Elon Musk is talking about becoming an interplanetary species. What? Like the thought, the possibility of becoming humans on another planet is outrageous to me. Like I can't even fathom that because I'm not in that realm. But the joy and possibility of people believing and thinking higher than what is just currently around them. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. Think and become bigger. You know, I used to read these books, a lot of books. I still read a lot of books, but I had this book called The Magic of Thinking Big. And simply what it comes down to is this, is that you are only limited by your belief. You're only limited by the possibilities that you can dream up. And if you don't have belief in those possibilities, then you're only going to stay where you're at. Now, you don't have to go out and buy The Magic of Thinking Big. I just told you the whole book right there. If you think about this in a simple, complex terms, is that you are going to be who you are in the future by what you think right now. So there is so much joy in the thought of being able to think and make the right choices to better your future. It all comes down to the choices that you are making currently right now today. And it's imperative. Like I'm thinking about the video games that used to come out on PlayStation, and I'm pretty sure all the games now, but they give the player options to make the choices that would affect the entire game. Like the writers and developers leave you the decisions to say yes or no to certain outcomes, to certain characters, or to go certain ways in certain games to detect to depict what happens in the next coming chapters of the actual game. Like it's crazy. Your life is the same way. You come to a crossroads on a good or a bad decision. You have to make the right decision if you want to ensure that tomorrow is better, right? We don't make a lot of people, we don't think about that. We don't think about tomorrow. We don't think about the next day, the next hour, right? We just act on physical presence or, even sometimes mental issues like being sad. Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all today. Like, man, I was upset today. I was upset. Like, just where I currently am with my life, where I currently am with my marriage, where I currently am in just my overall status. And that's making me want to go harder. That's making me want to be on camera. That's making me want to tap into being more creative, posting more, and being more out there. Like for y'all, man, like I really hope that y'all get the joy out of thinking he becoming bigger. Like I was upset today, yeah. I could have stayed upset or I could have got out of my feelings and went to work, which I did. But also I took time to relax, enjoy myself, and to also start to believe a little bit more, right? In myself. The joy of thinking bigger, the joy of being bigger, the joy of having more. And you just got to understand like if you can believe more, if you can say to yourself, even though it's a lie, that you're going to have more, eventually you're going to have more, bro. Eventually it's going to happen for you. But it's the possibility of being joyful and making the choice of being better. So I want to talk about fear, right? I always talk about fear and really the weight of indecision. And the big thing that you want to understand is that why? Why do we face fear? Why do people come up to fear and a lot of times they may run into fear and it's just not what they expected, right? What if they run into fear and it just like the big thing, what happens when people run into fear, and I know for me speaking, is like a lot of times I'm just not confident. Like if it's something that I just haven't studied, if it's something I just don't really know about, yeah, a lot of times that's fearful. But for me, I'm okay if I get it wrong because at least I'm testing it. Like at least like I'm a leader. I feel like I'm a maverick. I'm someone who can step out there and do the thing that everybody else is afraid to do. And do the thing that most people don't want to do. Nine times out of 10 people that you meet are not posting on YouTube. 9 times out of 10, the people that you meet are not doing content. They're just consuming. So when I realized this is that I can make the conscious effort to be like everybody else and just stare on social media and just be a consumer. Or I can create and find the lane and find those people who want to know more about me or need the actual services I provide. So you have to look at fear and weigh in on fear and step out on it. You have to step out on it. Because if you continue to allow fear to attack you, you're not going to move forward in life. You're just going to sit back on the couch and be like, hey, I'm comfortable with my 9 to 5. Hey, I'm okay with working 40 hours a week. Hey, I'm okay with going on vacation every 2 weeks. My life don't need to be a vacation. And that's perfectly fine. If that's the life that you want to live, by all means, your own success is your own success. Neville, I think it's Neville Goddard. No, it's not Neville Goddard. Earl Nightingale. He says that success is what you make it. Really, what it now that's not his definition, but he says that success is when someone is striving to have a life that they determine is good for them. Like success is what you determine it is, right? So what do you determine your success to be? When you start to approach that lane or start to take steps during that, you're going to face fear. So look at fear and weigh the decisions. Weigh the decisions, but don't sit back and be super overwhelmed by complex thoughts and complex analysis. You have to be in it. You have to see the fear and know what it is and move towards it and do the thing that is stopping you. So there's going to be a lot of indecision that you're faced with when you come across fear. But just know this, ladies and gentlemen, the thing that you want that is going to potentially create you as a successful person, you have to know that that fear is on the other side of that is the success that you want. That fear is put in place to make you uncomfortable, to shape you and mold you to be the person that you want to be. So me, I'm mad dog. I still get butterflies in my stomach when it comes to even turn on this camera and there's nobody even around. It's even more amplified when I'm in an audience, but guess what? I step out on the fear. I step into it. I step through it. We don't go around it. We don't shake. We stand still. We ain't no shaky warriors. You stand and you fight. Man, it was a great story that I read. It was about a king, a great king. This is like a fairy tale. This is not true. But it was a great king in a far land. And he was talking to his admiral. And he said, I want you to sail across the sea, capture this land, and make sure that you don't come back without it. He probably added some extra stuff in there to make sure it was, saucy enough for him to get the job done. Probably like kill your kids, all that, whatever. But what happened is that this admiral took the word and he stood on it and he said, listen, he went back, he got his crew together, they sailed across to the distant land, and right before they got to the shores of the land that they were soon to conquer, the admiral told his people, his generals, his sailors, he said, listen, dump all the cargo on shore, dump every single thing that we need, burn the boats. Like, imagine being in that situation. You like, yo, he said burn the boats? Is this dude crazy? No, I need y'all to burn the boats. And this is why. When the sailors and when those soldiers got on shore and they knew that there was nothing else that they can do to get home except conquer the land, guess what happened? They conquered the land. Even when they were outnumbered 1 to 10, 2 to 20, whatever the hell it was, they conquered it because they knew that they burned the boats. That is stepping into fear and not around it. Because what would have happened? If they knew they had a backup plan, they knew they could go home. But nah, burn the boats. And we gonna win or we die here. So what are you willing to burn the boats and to die for in order to accomplish in your life? What are you willing to fight for in order to accomplish this, right? So let's get into the next one. It's really talking about the sadness, right? Of what could have been. You ever heard somebody that is a woulda, coulda, shoulda type of person? Man, I remember back in the day, man, I used to drop 20 on y'all boys. Man, 20 what? Man, we grown. That's high school, right? Man, back in the day, man, I know if I would have kept doing this and that, I would have been da da da. Like, that's sad. That's sad. Think about people like, how many people do we know started something and stopped? But how many of those people have continued to fight and battle and never gave up? It's not a lot of them. I'm definitely one of them. And if you're watching this so far, you're probably one of them too. You're probably one of those people that's so ingrained into the thought of becoming better. Man, I'm that same way. You're one of those people that just wants to become better. I'm the same way. So don't be someone who is saddened by the woulda, coulda, shoulda. Man, what could have happened? Man, what should have happened? So I just dropped a video today, which is December 2nd, where I was talking about the 80-year-old self. Like, what would your 40-year-old self say to ensure that that 40-year-old person is successful? What would you be doing right now? And you have to think about that in terms of what's coming up in the next couple of years, right? You have to think about, what am I going to be in 5 years? Where am I going to be financially? What am I going to do financially? Who am I going to be? And when you start to think about who you're going to be 5 to 10 years from now, you will start to make the right decisions now and not wait 5 to 10 years, man. Like, I think about my hometown and how many people are still there, just, either bullshitting or not really doing much. And I always think about this, is that it comes down to the choices we make. What choices should you be making to ensure that your future self is capable and successful? The choices are made now. Don't be a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Don't be saddened. Don't be strucken by the issues that happen in 5 years when you can make those adjustments now. I always talk about preventative maintenance. Preventative. In the Navy, they always talk about preventative maintenance, not waiting until something happened and then fixing it. Like, that's what we do in our healthcare system now. We wait until the issues are so bad, then we fix it, right? They may even put a Band-Aid on it in case of some type of medicine. That shouldn't be the case. You should be upfront and honest about the decisions that you're doing now to ensure that your future self is successful. I'm gonna keep saying this, but I really hope y'all highlight and understand that. So again, don't be the person that's woulda, coulda, shoulda, and the sadness of what could have been. Make the right decisions now. And now the last one I'm gonna end on this one is embracing the power of the choices. And it's really about inspiration, the joy and possibilities, but also the inspiration. Really knowing that you have power to create and to do the things that you want, and it's really off of the choices that you're going to choose. Really choosing the right options and thinking about what should happen to improve your future self. But it's really based off inspiration. Have that. It should be in something in your life that sparks you. It should be something in your life that just truly pushes you every single day. What is it? Your kids, wife? Is it the future possibilities of a dream? For me, yo, I got crazy dreams, and it's December 2nd, 2024, and I look at my what do you call this? A vision board, but it's just mobile. That way I can pick it up every day. And I pick up my vision board and I look at it and I'm just like, just like, bro, man, I know this is gonna happen for me. It's about being patient, but more importantly, is that this is my inspiration. This is the thing that pushes me. This is the idea of the life that I want to have. And when I look at this, it makes me want to get on camera. It gives me the inspiration, the motivation to do the things that's necessary to get here. The things that are necessary are going to pop up. The opportunities are going to happen. But if you don't have the inspiration and mindset to go out and get it, it's never going to happen, guys. It's never, ever, ever going to happen for you. Okay? So we talked about some good details here. I want y'all to come back tomorrow. I'm going to continue to drop these, watch more of the videos that's on the channel. If you like this, man, I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. And I want to continue to build this channel to ultimately become the successful person that I know I'll be in the future. And if y'all rocking with that and y'all know y'all want to be successful and y'all want to be hungry as well, man, click the links down below. Check out the community. Check out the free ebooks. Check out every single thing we have to offer. If you learn anything from this video, it's all about growing 1% better. I'm pretty sure that if you listen to this entire thing right now, there's a lot of dimes that you could take out of this. Maybe something you probably heard already, or maybe something you probably never heard. But if you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And then I'll see y'all tomorrow on the next video. And yeah, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'll check y'all out.